Okay, so I'm here. Today's the 13th of February. It's the day before Valentine's Day. I'm waiting to see if anybody comes on. If they do, I'm going to do a little talk. Not necessarily, I think I'm going to change the title because I was going to do it on suicide, but I realized that's not really a great that's not a great thing to do on Valentine's Day. So I'm going to change it to love. And thank you. And why isn't there much love? Hey, hi, you guys. Thank you for coming on. Why isn't there much love in Scientology? Thank you. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Um, Great. There's Spanky calling me naturally. All right. Well, sorry, that's gonna keep ringing, but anyway, it'll stop in a minute. Is that pink in your hair? It's purple. It's actually a purple that my hairdresser creates. It's the color that he creates, and I put it in there when I turned 70 because 70 was such a weird age. Hey, hi Glenda. It was such a weird age for me to just even the concept of being 70 just seemed so weird. And so I decided I'd put purple in my hair, just thinking people would be really ticked off at me and go, you're too old to have purple in your hair. But, to my great surprise, and hi to all of you that are saying hi, to my great surprise, lots of people like it. It of all different ages, it's really fun. So anyway, I've had a lot of fun with it, and that's part of my theme for my life. These are my fans up here. Yeah, I lost all my friends when I left Scientology, so I've got my little guys. That's my crowd. That if I'm by myself and I feel bad, I bring them out. Oh, that's right. Well, anyway, I'm gonna bring them out soon. Thank you. I'm glad you like this. I have gotten a lot of compliments on it. It's really weird. But it's fun. It just is. It's something fun. So I was going to talk about suicide because a bunch of people asked me about that because I mentioned it, and I'll just say a little bit about it, and then I'm going to talk about love. But suicide is kind of big in Scientology. I know 17 young people who've committed suicide personally. And why do they? Because they can't go anywhere else. They can't get any help. I know I'm going to get Mr. Anonymous soon. They can't get any help from anywhere else. They can't go see a therapist. They can't go see a psychiatrist, psychologist, nothing. It's all considered another practice, and that's a high crime. So I think kids just go, okay, I'm out. Because they know, just like me, I lost all my friends when I left, right? And I didn't commit suicide because I'm not into that. I wouldn't do that. And I highly recommend people don't. Love is a much better way to go. And I will tell you this, if you have gratitude and love and you care about people every single day and you just do fun things that, you know, you like, whether other people like it or not, just be grateful for the things that you have. Hi, Pebbles. Let's see. I'm going to see. Hi, Corn. These are great names. Alice. I know I got to get Mr. Anonymous on here. I can't keep reading him and do this. That's really tricky. That's the thing that Jessica's got to teach me because I don't quite know how to do both. Are there high rates of suicide higher on the bridge? Absolutely. Well, these kids weren't higher on the bridge though, no. But I think there's huge illness and death. There's huge illness and death and some suicide on the higher bridge for sure because it doesn't work. Thank you. And everyone thinks, it's like a triangle, so you keep thinking the higher up you get, it's gonna work. And something that very early on didn't work, they go, "Don't worry, you just need the next level." And you're like, "Okay." And even you guys will say, "But, who would believe that?" But you have to remember when I got in, it was 1969. There was no internet. You couldn't go on the internet and read about it and find out about it. So the only people you could talk to were people like me that are declared suppressive, and that's a high crime. And if you do that, hi, 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 hi. If you do that, you get declared suppressive yourself and you lose all your friends and your family if they're in. So people just go, you know what? No, I'm not doing it. And I mean, they're going to do it, but they're not going to commit suicide, most of them. But they do get sick, a lot of them, because it doesn't work. Okay, so this is better. This is better with it because I figured out how to do the horizontal. My friend Anthony taught me how to do it. Oh, so good. I'm so happy. We both went, no, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And he's in IT, he knows how to do things. And he kept saying, wait, there must be something else. And he just kept checking and checking and checking and checking, and he finally found it. So hit the button. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Please hit the like buttons. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it. I am really thankful for all of you guys that are on here and commenting, and the people that have subscribed. It means a big deal. It really does. It's an important thing. So let me ask you, do you think there's a lot of love in Scientology? I'm curious because you'd think I'm good, thank you. I'm good. And I was good when I was in Scientology. And I did have a lot of love in Scientology, but I wasn't in the Sea Org. They routed me out. They should have kept me in because I would have been a long time slave. But they didn't. They routed me out. And because of my medicine, I needed my medicine for epilepsy. And they wouldn't let me have it. They said, now you've got to do Dianetics and what was it? Dianetics and vitamins, and that should handle it. And thank God my mother has saved my life. A journalist called me today and he said, yeah, I read about you and I saw the thing that your mom saved your life. Okay, why do you think the news channels and newspapers aren't reporting on this? Okay, good question. Really good question. And it's a good question for all of us. Like, I think if everyone that is aware of the abuses that happen in the Church of Scientology reported it to their newspaper, to People magazine, to Time, to just different or media, CNN. I did an interview with CNN, and but it came and it went. It was like one interview. That's it. They haven't really done an investigative thing where they come in and really look at it. Do you know what I mean? Hey, thank you, Serenity. Magoo. It's good to see you guys. It really is. I've missed all of you so much. That's right. They lie all the time. That's the other thing. So, and I think the media, even with Anonymous arrived in 2008. If you don't know about them, Google them. But they arrived and took on a section of Anonymous took on the Church of Scientology, and it was intense. I mean, it was like before Anonymous arrived, no one would speak out. It was me, Larry Larry Wallersheim, Jerry Armstrong. I don't know. There Arnie Lerma. There were like a few people that would speak up. That was it. Everybody else had, internet nicks and stuff like that, different names, but they didn't say their real name. But once Anonymous hit in 2008, and there were 500 people here, 9,000 people around the world. Then all those people started speaking out. Mark Headley came up to me and he goes, I'm blown for good. My name's Mark Headley. This is my wife, Claire Headley. Yeah, it was really great. I met David Miscavige's niece, Jenna. She came up to me and said, I forget what her nick was on there, but she said, I'm Jenna. It was just great to meet all these different people that had been activists for a long time, but I had never met them in person. And then the media also started interviewing different people, critics, which they never told the critic side of things. So there you go. It's very, very important that you guys are helping. So you have connections with anyone in Anonymous we could contact to get them on. I don't. I really don't. They were here. I had connections with them when I was here, and then they left. I mean, they were here for a long time, thanks to Scientology. Just like I'm here, thanks to Scientology. I mean, I would be here anyway, but I wouldn't be here speaking out against them, except they keep doing nasty things. And as long as they're doing nasty things, and I told them this in 2000, as long as you are hurting families, you will find me somewhere speaking out about this because I'm not going to just walk away from it. It's like I have friends that have never talked to their grandchildren ever. that, can you imagine that? Giving birth to a child, raising a child, that child has a baby, and you can't ever even meet the child? It's insane. Okay, so you have connection with it. I don't know. I think they asked, it went away, the question. I don't have any right now connections with Anonymous, but they might read this. So make whatever your question is, ask it and see. I can't say. I know a few people from Anonymous have said, they've written me and said, thank you for mentioning them because, a lot of people don't. I mean, I was surprised. There's just Tori the spy, that's right. Scientology now said I'm an undercover CIA agent, just so you know. And I'm also declared suppressive, so that's one of the most evil people on the planet. So what can I say? That's why I keep my buddies around. Because these guys make me smile. You want to hear an amazing story about changing someone's life? This is truly an amazing story. I met this lady online. She came to LA and she said, let's get together. So we got together, we became friends. It was really wonderful. Her father was dying and her mother was in kind of a coma. So I sat down and talked to her mother for a while, held her hand, and she sat up and she started smiling. And her daughter said, I haven't seen her smile in months. That was wonderful. So then her father was there and he was in a wheelchair and going around. I know Justice is trying to get this permit and I'll mention that. What do you think is her, if her getting the runaround? Okay, I'll mention it. I'll talk about it in a minute. So this lady's father is in a wheelchair, and he was talking, and we were talking, and I felt bad for him because it was like he was kind of at the end of the line. So I thought, well, I came back home, and the next time she came, she lives somewhere else, and she flew in, and she said, "Why don't you come see my parents again and see me? They really liked you, and I liked seeing you." So I said, okay. And I thought, I should bring him something. So I brought him a little bear, right? Just like a little teddy bear. And I gave it to him to kind of take care of, cuddle, be with. And he put it in his will that he named that bear and he wanted that bear in his coffin when he died. Isn't that amazing? I mean, that's why I always say you never, ever know when you might change someone's life, for the better. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that a sweet story? Did you guys all leave? Uh-oh, I don't see you. Okay, anyway, I hope you're still here. I don't see. Oh, there you are. Okay. Yes, the LAPD, I'm going to speak about this. Here's the deal. My husband, ex-husband now, years ago managed an apartment building in Hollywood. And they had prostitution there, drugs, all kinds of stuff. And he started calling the police, just like Jess is, and streets are going around talking to the LAPD. Same kind of thing. They were giving him the run around, run around, run around. And the guy that owned the building was a Scientologist. He left Scientology, but he was still a Scientologist, right? Oh, I'm sorry you broke your ankle. I just saw that. So I have to say it or else I'll forget it. Um, so there's my husband. His friend owns the building, and his friend used to be in Scientology. And in Scientology, they have reports, and all the reports that you send in, you always carbon copy everybody else, right? So he said, that's it. I'm done with this. You've been calling all these police departments. They're not helping. We're going to send a letter to the governor and a carbon copy to the mayor and a carbon copy to every single police department that is not helping out. And they did. And I swear to God, the next day, the police were calling us saying, do you need any help? Are they getting the help they need? Da, 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 da. So that's one story where you've got to go up lines. You can't just keep talking to the police because they only have so much they can do. And I'm not even going to get into it, but their thing with Scientology, God knows what it is. But if you go up lines, those guys are different. Now here's another story. The government owed me some money. I was working and they let 50 of us go because of our age. So okay, that's age discrimination. But they had tons of money. It's like Scientology, go ahead, sue us. We can sue you forever. So anyway, that's what happened. I went on unemployment and they owed me 3 checks. And this older man in Glendale, which is a suburb near here, said, yeah, unemployment is broken in California. Just forget it. And I said, I can't forget it. They owe me 3 checks. So I wrote to the President of the United States, and I carbon copied it to the governor, and I carbon copied it to our senator here. No, I copied it to the president, which was Obama, Mrs. Obama, the governor, the mayor, and um, and the senator here in Los Angeles. And I got within a week, and I said, by the way, here's the deal. I have 50 friends that have been let go from work because of our age. We're all hard workers, and you can either give us a job and we will take over unemployment and handle it, or you can send me my 3 checks. Those are the two choices, and it's by the end of the week, period. And I got my 3 checks within the end of the week with a letter from the senator here in LA saying, Dear Tori, here are your checks. Please don't ever write the president again. If you have a problem, write to me. So I'm just telling them, if you guys could pass that on to Jessica to, go up line. They need to go farther up line and say, that's why I told her early on. I wrote on the thing and said, keep a record, a written record, because I know she has the videos of it, but a lot of people, you're right, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. But a lot of people won't watch a lot of videos. But if you have a written record, you can send it, you can email it, you can fax it. You know what I mean? You can get it to them and they can see in writing, we went here, this is the name of the station, this is the officer we talked to. Nothing happened. They sent us here, we went there, that. You know what I mean? You can see a written record of it. And then you can say, come on, this is ridiculous. And they can put in a note from the ACLU saying that, because the ACLU, she talked to them and they said, yeah, they do have to give you a permit now. They'll say we'll give you one in 40 days, but they want it now. So anyway, that's my suggestion, and that's all I'm going to say for today. That's it. Do you have any questions before I hang up? Because I have to go. Hello, hello. Have I heard of urban alchemy? No, I haven't. Sounds spooky though, but it's probably something you like. Um, Thank you, thank you, thank you. I keep them pretty because I like them. This is my purple. This is the color purple. I got these for Valentine's Day because I'm on a protest because I don't have, and of course I know Ursula, I don't have a boyfriend. So I got purple as a protest. And I put this little sparkle on for Valentine's Day. So there you go. Thank you. I will have a good night, and I love you guys. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you can, if you have a YouTube site or a Facebook site or anything, please copy this and put it on there because the more people that subscribe, the more people are going to see it. And the more people are going to get educated on Scientology and not get suckered in, which, believe it or not, some of them still do. Anyway, I love you guys. I really do. It means a lot to me that you guys take time to come and listen and say something and make comments, and I really, really appreciate it. So anyway, there you go. Peace out. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And by the way, if you're a guy and you don't know what to do for Valentine's Day, because I used to sell jewelry, and I would run into men all the time, and they'd say, yeah, I don't know what to get my wife or my girlfriend. I just don't know. And I'd say, okay, thank you. I'd say, here's the deal. Look around your house. That's what your wife likes. Whatever's there. You can always get peace out. You can always get flowers. You can always get something that she likes around the house. You can give her a little ticket to go somewhere. Or you can create a dinner, that you can have. Like one Valentine's, I made a whole dinner with a little menu. I made a little menu for Harold. It was really sweet, and we had this 3 or 4 course dinner that I made. And I'm not a cook, so I normally don't cook. So he loved it. But you can do something. There's always something you can do. Get a card. If you have a friend that you think nobody's gonna, they're all alone and nobody's gonna come wish them happy Valentine's Day, send them a card. You know what I mean? Or send them an email or do something. Pick up the phone, make a phone call. Just say I love you. There you go. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the happy Valentine's Day. I appreciate it. All right. I love you guys. Peace out.